Hey everyone, it has begun. The cyberpunkification of my LEGO Death Star for the viewer-inspired Melonby district beneath Nujang City. This has only just begun, which is why it is not done, and it will be a while before it is done. But I wanted to start giving you some updates as progress is actually made and details are put in. So I'm going to start from this top level. Haven't even completed one full level, but have done some stuff from this level and some stuff from this level as well. I'm going to start right in here. So this was the droid repair bay, and I'm just generally going to try to keep as much of the structure around as possible and as much of the details from the original build as possible. I want to take as much inspiration from what's already there and try to keep as much of the original attached, at least, if not in the same place, at least attached to this thing. So this has turned into a repair and small fabrication shop, and it actually has two sections since there is an open doorway that has no closing door in it over on the right hand wall. Figured I would just kind of take advantage of that and have this be a 2-room space, and it's got some actual life in there. It's got some stuff actually going on. I used the Jabba's sail barge sails over the top to give it a little bit of canopy cover. This is all going to be underground, so you don't have to worry too much about precipitation, although there will probably be a little bit of issue of some water dripping, some condensation dripping from up above. This is the fabrication wing of the place with 2 fabricator machines, magic future tech stuff. Imagine something kind of like 3D printing, except mixed a little bit with CNC machining and also metallurgy, so you can make things other than just plastic with them. Very difficult and frustrating machines to use, which is why both of these operators are looking very frustrated, but the mechanisms are still able to work, so I haven't changed anything for what had been connected to, or what is connected to what had been the main super laser down below. And I've changed the little space over to the right that had the interchangeable display into a cool down little kind of tent area. It would actually be warmed up, but you put things in there and it just slowly cools them down. Maybe in a kneeling chamber, I don't know, something related to what they do here. And then there's just a bunch of random detail around the edges. I wanted to make the railing not consistent, just kind of a trademark of this place, and you'll probably see more of that randomness around the place. But this is relatively grungy stuff, not a lot of high tech, though there is some suggestion of it in here. This next area doesn't really have much done on it just yet. I've started putting in a little bit of the roofing above it, and there will be more extension out from there, but that's to be shown and to be further filled in a later update. This down here, which was the detention, detention level, detention area, has been kind of kept as a secure space, as I mentioned that it would be. This is now sort of a bank, sort of a safe deposit box, secure storage area, and it's very, very, very secure. Nobody will dare to try to rob this place. They've got automated defenses up above. They've got these paramilitary, secretive, rumored to be augmented security personnel. They've got various bioscans that are being done with some of the sensors up above and built into the walls and everything. So it's not a place that you want to mess around with, but if you can do dealings that they consider to be legitimate, where you're at least not trying to rip them off, then it'll all work out. So long as your access works. So this lady over here is on the phone with somebody because whatever she was supposed to be getting out of there, she was not able to. So she's a little bit angered by that. This next section over here is a communications hub, and it's not just for communication like person-to-person type stuff, but also communications with drones and other automated or semi-autonomous technology that will be in the area. I'm not sure exactly what to do with this super laser just yet. It doesn't necessarily make sense to have something quite like this, quite like a satellite dish, the whole parabolic single single source, single connection idea underground. The space isn't going to be that big. I'll probably end up transforming this a little bit more, maybe turn it into a whole array of different antennae or something. But I've kind of started with that already over here with that idea. The Death Star gun did not have a place in this new world, so I just detached it from its base, reconfigured it ever so slightly, and attached it over here to the side. So that is now a comm tower array. It has all sorts of antennae and such on it. So that's able to still work. I need to put a little bit more detail in here, but not too much, because that's mostly just working as a walkway to get around. And then this space is going to be transformed and will be used similar to its original idea as well. And yeah, I've got ideas for all of the major areas around this whole place. But for now, I think that's about all that I've done here. Yeah, I see some other little stuff around, but that's mostly it. Just for now. Again, this is a viewer-based and viewer-inspired project. This is something that you all suggested, or quite a lot of you suggested that I do when I asked about it, to fit in with the cyberpunk theme that the vast majority of you who answered my call to action and call to inspiration suggested. So if you have any suggestions for other things to do, feel free to leave them here. Like I said, I do have plans. I do have just general ideas for how to complete this, but it's open. It is definitely open. So let me know what you think up to this point, and I'll keep at it. Talk to you again soon.